I hear you saying that you needed to know these things with the blade and how to defend yourself in those ways, but there's also a different way of defending yourself and protecting yourself, even in the projects, even in the hood. Um, we for many of us, I'll speak for me. A lot of that. I thought I was a gangster. Also, I came up from a place that I had to seek attention and approval because I was feeling so bad and afraid of all my surroundings, and I didn't have anyone to talk to. I didn't have anyone that I felt that would support me. But this was all in my head because had I told somebody in the family, I would have gotten some sort of support. So if, you know, and I guess I'm just talking as, just delivering the message that if there is those feelings and those fears and those inadequacies and those shames, there's somebody to talk to so you can counteract that with a principle that makes you much more stronger instead of the blade, instead of learning how to, fight having to go back into jail. I have a son that's 24 years old and he's a ball of rage. Why? Because part of what I taught him was some of that also. And so through my experience and healing process, I've also passed that on to him where he's at a point now where he's telling me, 24 years old, I have a problem with anger. I need to find a different way. I need help. So it is important to know that that way,
it's generational, right?
Right, that we have learned can be undone sooner than later, 20, 30, 40, 50 years of age, or when you're in prison.
Yeah, but the thing is to realize it. I can relate with him because I just finished doing 21 years in prison. I've been running and gunning since I'm a kid. I wasn't raised for that. My mother and father, my mother raised me good. I did bad on my own. And I got to a point where I was in the car today and I told these guys, I said, I'm in this group because I want to help people, but it's going to help me more. You know what I'm saying? It's got to a point where I did so much time. I was in a violent life for so long that I had to be a different person to survive. And I was a different person for so long, I forgot who the fuck I was. You understand? And it's not that easy just to flip it. This is what I knew for 30 years. This is what made me live, what helped me survive. This is how I got notoriety. This is who I was. Well, that's Nicky Martha, don't fuck with this and that. And I fed off that. It got to a point where I wasn't happy with myself because I wasn't being myself. So I had told Pop, man, this is going to fucking help me more than going to help the kids. If I can help myself, then maybe I can help somebody. Because I told him I still ain't right. I get road rage in the supermarket. I've been in the supermarket, dude shoots in front of me online, I want to snap his neck. I told Pop I don't even want to go outside no more. Because I'm so ingrained to that. Yeah, I did 18 years of maximum security. Wow. And they feed off, he'll tell you, they feed off weakness. And you can't show no sign of weakness. You can't have empathy, sympathy. You can't have that. You're done. And me living without that, I wasn't happy. He'll tell you, I little kids. It took me a while, even like when I come home, just to be nice. And it's not an easy thing to learn. Just like his story, my story, your story. If we could tell young people beforehand, maybe they could learn instead of going through all the years we went through before we learned it. I'm still going through it. I'm home a few years and I'm still not right. I catch myself. I don't even want to go outside sometimes because I'm afraid. I'm not afraid of prison. I just don't want to lose life. That's all I know. You know what I mean? I'm more comfortable in prison than out here.
Woo! You know what? I'm gonna say this, and real quick. You know what hit me one day, right? I said I would get locked up. I would go into institutions or whatever, right? And I would feel at home. I would feel this sense of relief, right? I was seeing a psychologist, right? A therapist, right? And I saw him for maybe a month and some change, right? And all he did was write. He never said anything to me. And one day I asked him, right? I said, I've been coming here for a while. Like, what can you tell me so far? And you know what he said to me? He said, I think you're full of shit. Right? This is what he said. Wow. So I was like, what? And this guy, right? He was a real, like a feminine type of dude with the real skinny leg shit, he looked bugged the fuck out to me. You know what I mean? He was white, young kid. He was younger than me, right? And I was like, this motherfucker don't know, like, fuck, I'm full of shit. And then he said to me, because this is what I was telling him. This is exactly what I was saying, right? I laugh at myself today. I said that I needed a break, right? Because I had these kids and, my wife and responsibility. And that this is what I told him, I need a timeout. This is what I said. That I need a timeout so that I could get spiritually centered, is what I told him, right? And then I said, so, I've been crying. He said, I think you're full of shit, guy. He says, you don't need a timeout. You don't have a problem with timeouts. You go to jail, you're cheating on your wife, you're running the streets, right? You're going in and out of these fucking institutions. You got a problem with time in, right? And I was like, oh, shit. Like, he fucking hit me, right? This fucking little faggot that in my mind, right? And I was like, whoa, shit. And then, I never went back after that, right? No, serious. That shit was too much for me right there. And then you know what he said? I swear. He said, listen, did you ever think about that there is no separation on your spiritual path? This is what he said. He said that your life now is your spiritual path. That everything you're going through now is conditioning you on your path. You don't need a timeout, bro. You need to learn how to stay time in. And ever since then, man, like, not saying that I never ran, right? But I don't run as long as I used to for my responsibilities. That's a good point. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I still show up, And one thing my wife said to me, again, the compliment shit. She said to me, one thing about you, no matter what condition you was in, no matter what you was going through, whatever we was going through, struggling, whether it was with bills, whether food, whatever, whenever you left this house, you always came back and made sure that we was all right. You know what I'm saying? So the bills, food, like I made it happen no matter what I did out there, But, go ahead though. I didn't want
No. It's okay. There was so much good stuff happening. It was just so much good stuff. Something that you said, like really,